And what we are going to do, so please don't go anywhere, is that we want to just really make sure that we wrap this call up today with some very important announcements. So please make sure you stay until the end. We're going to try and get it done within the hour. We're going to do a full Q&A at the end because I'm sure there are going to be a lot of questions, which is why Linda has kindly joined us here. We'll do our very best to answer those. I'm sure we'll be able to cover most of them. Think of them, put them in if you wish to whilst you go through. If they crop up, if not, put them on a pen and paper. And then we'll go through a Q&A completely at the end and make sure every single question of those that you've raised have been answered. Okay, so let's get on with it. I'm just going to move a few things out the way. But for those of you here for the first time, we're going to take this presentation right the way through, start to finish. So what is IML? Well, IML is the merging of two of the most powerful industries, which is without any question trading. So that's Forex, futures trading, and network marketing. And as it says here, it's a vehicle for permanent wealth creation. It's not just for the elite or the experienced or wealthy. IML makes products available and affordable for all to enter the trading industry with a level playing field and almost 100 years of expert experience. And in Christopher Terry's own words, I'd like to read a quote from him. The idea of IML came from 14 years of retailing my educational services and mentorship in partnership with other expert traders. This produced some of today's most successful and recognized traders and analysts worldwide. IML is a powerful system of products which now allows virtually everyone to be successful in trading. There is a better way than what you're doing now to create real wealth, and I am living proof of that. I feel blessed to be able to bring you these products and this opportunity to meaningfully change your life for good. Now, here's a bit of background on Christopher Terry himself. And please, if you're here for the first time, Google the man. He has a phenomenal reputation worldwide. And as it says on screen, Mr. Terry has been a full-time trader and educator since 1998 in the futures, Forex, and equity markets. Over the years, he's built a worldwide following and has traveled extensively throughout the USA, Europe, Asia, and South America, educating on how to create real financial independence. Mr. Terry has helped thousands of traders across the globe reach financial independence, and then they themselves have gone on to become successful mentors and educators, both in the media and online. And you'll see that some of the shows that Christopher Terry has been either involved in or seen on.
Lee?
Linda?
Yes, I just want to let you know that Christopher Terry was invited first week in November back to speak at the Traders Expo in Las Vegas. He's one of the highlights of the whole entire event. So Christopher will be on his way back to Vegas with some of his team, and he will be speaking there.
Poor Christopher, he's just done a huge global launch of IML in Vegas. He's managed to get a few days break and now he's going back for that. But that actually tells you how highly regarded it is. I mean, that show I know, or Expo, happens to be one of the biggest in the world. And I know Christopher is a very large integral part of that. So as I say, please do your own research. If you're here for the first time, I know you're going to find nothing but glowing reports. And what I'd like you to do is just ask yourself 3 simple questions. What if you could learn a new profession and earn while doing it? Just think about that for the moment. You have an opportunity to learn a new profession and at the same time earning money whilst you're in that education. And what if your income stopped today? How long could you live in your current lifestyle that you're living in now? If everything stopped today or tomorrow, how long could you last? And what if you could get connected with an education platform where you could work at your own pace, yet be mentored by the very best people in the industry? Well, I think we've got the answers to those questions. And another question, who is the most successful person you know? Well, maybe several people, I don't know, but there are 2 here on screen. And imagine if the most successful person was your mentor. And we've got some phenomenally successful people in this business. Sharon, who's here with us today, is leading the way. You need to learn from those people. But if you look at the quotes underneath, you've got Warren Buffett. The stock market is a no called strike game. You don't have to swing at everything, and you can wait for your pitch. The problem when you're a money manager is your fans keep yelling, swing your bum. And then you look at Oprah on the other side. Well, do the one thing you think you cannot do and fail at it. How true is that? Don't worry about making mistakes. If you don't get it right, you simply try again. Do better the second time round. The only people who
Lee,
never tumble. Yes.
forgive me for interrupting, but I think the slides are not advancing. You might have it on frozen.
I'm okay, Linda.
I should be moving forward fine. Can everybody, if you could just stick another triple Y in the box, can everybody see the slides running through? 3 Ys it is. I think we're okay, Linda.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Lisa
No
got
problem.
me in trouble.
No problem. Let me finish off her quote. So the bottom line with Oprah is she's just simply saying that you can't fail by getting it wrong. If it doesn't work out the first time, whatever it is, be it sending your first email or talking to somebody about IML on the business, then work out what didn't go so well and do it again. This is your moment. Own it. You just get back up, bounce back up, and you go again. So let's take a look at maybe who the mentors are in the business and how they play an integral role. Well, one of the most exciting announcements that came out of Las Vegas, and maybe news to some of you here, although the grapevine is pretty impressive, I have to say, within IML, is the announcement of the futures market. That, I believe, Linda, is going to be brought into play on Monday. I believe everything will be launched with the full signal service. So you'll have both platforms running futures and Forex. And we're going to take a look at the futures and Forex market now in more detail. So scale of the market, size. I mean, these numbers, every time I see this slide, just amaze me because they're hard to comprehend, but it gives you a scale of maybe the relationship of Forex to the New York, Tokyo, and London stock exchange. Look at London. For those of you, and we've got a lot of people on the line here from Europe, the London Stock Exchange, $7 billion traded daily. Tokyo, $18 billion. And then you have New York at $22 billion. But wrap those together and then compare that to the amount of money that is traded daily on the foreign exchange market. It's $5 trillion daily. And as it says underneath, in case you're not sure what that is, the foreign exchange market, which can be referred to as Forex or FX or the currency market, is a global decentralized market for the trading of currencies. Financial centers around the world function as anchors, trading between a wide range of different types of buyers and sellers. So that's a brief overview on what Forex actually is. Now let's take a look at futures. New to us, certainly everybody was so excited at Vegas to know that the future's here, and there are going to be more things to come. I'm not going to steal Christopher's thunder by telling you too much about those now, but I promise you this is not just it. This will be launched Monday, and I think for those of you that are interested, and I'm sure that's 99% of you, in making money and via trading with the signal service, which Sharon's going to tell you a little bit about, then having futures bought into the frame is going to make an incredible difference to that earning potential. As you can see, it says here that a futures contract is a standardized contract between two parties to buy or sell a specified asset or standardized quantity and quality for a price agreed upon today, and that's what they refer to as the futures price or strike price, with delivery and payment occurring at a specified future date. And again, that is referred to as the delivery date. The contracts are negotiated at a futures exchange. And you can see some of the commodities on the left-hand side. Corn in your morning cereal. Lumber that makes the chair that you're currently sitting on. Gold on your watch and jewelry. Cotton that makes your clothes. Beef and potatoes that you eat for lunch. And steel, which makes your motor car. That'll give you an idea of the commodities that are traded within the futures market. Sharon, I'd like to hand it over to you. Maybe you could take everybody through the IML signal.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, Lee. Well, the IML signal, the way I look at it, what better way that you can have the signal, and I like the term earn while you learn, and that is great. So basically, the signal service is something that we get to mirror image exactly what the traders are doing. So while you're learning to trade on your own, we actually accept the signal, and this actually comes from whenever they purchase, it comes direct to your to the server and direct to your desktop. So for me, this suits everybody, Lee and Linda. You've got your person on the left here, as I call Keith, sat at the computer, very, very interested. Yeah, very interested in learning. Then you've got, a mum here with a child, and we know that she can't be on a computer, say for 5-6 hours a day, or a couple of hours a day, even so. And then you've got the empty computer, which to me is fantastic. So if you've got another job, or you're doing something else and you can't be at hand, well, that's not an issue. It takes you 2 minutes a day to be able to set up your signal service, and this is what you can do. So really, in a nutshell, it suits everybody, doesn't it? Absolutely everybody.
It does. It does. And one of the things that we must make clear is that once you've got, and there are different ways you can set that up, we'll do specific training on that for anybody that is struggling. But very, very simple to do. And with the likes of VPS, which is a virtual private server, the picture on the right would suit most people, unless you really want to immerse yourself and learn that new profession, which of course we'll come on to in a moment. But you can go about your day on autopilot. You set the protocol for your trades and simply mirror what these experts are doing. It's a phenomenal product.
Can I jump in here for a second, Lee? If you can go
Yes,
back.
please.
We have a signal for Forex, and now we're going to be getting our signal for futures. So you'll be running two signals at the same time on your desktop, because they'll be trading both aspects at the same time. So everybody, in the next day or so, Christopher's been under wraps doing all of the videos right now. So the next couple of hours, you'll receive them in your back office, and everyone will be having two signals, and you're not paying for the second signal. It's included. So the future signal will be coming to you today or tomorrow.
So there we have it. We've got two signals. So that's phenomenal. So IML signal, I think everybody needs to understand this, that it's not a robotic software. Linked to IML, real expert traders trading in real time. So imagine that you've got expert traders trading, and we are mirroring, imaging exactly what they are buying and selling. So that's what the signal will do for us. So buy, sell signal to your own trading account within 0.0008 second, in a nanosecond, within built-in protective stops. Very easy to install. It must be quite easy because I've actually done it. Works with your choice of brokerage companies using the MT4 MetaTrader 4 platform. And you will trade with your money as the traders use theirs. Your account mirrors the expert. So you retain complete control, and only you have access to your trading account. So this is fantastic.
I'm going to jump in again. Can I jump in again?
Absolutely,
okay,
Linda.
The MetaTrader 4 goes along with Forex. We are now going to trade futures on Ninja. So you can find a broker that does both, or you're going to have two brokers, one for MetaTrader 4 and one for Ninja. Okay, my broker does both. My broker does both, so I don't need another broker, and I now have the ability to trade with one broker. But you have to check with your broker, everybody, if they'll do the Ninja trading also, because that's where futures is coming from, Ninja.
Oh, that's fantastic. So really, like you said, Linda, you've got both on your trading account. So people really are better off looking for a trader that does both, rather than having two separate trading accounts.
And let me just emphasize that for those of you that are out there, please don't be alarmed. But the whole purpose of you having a trader is that this is your account. As Sharon's just said, only you can access your account. IML don't take, a slice of commission or bonus payments or anything like that from your trading account. You select a broker, and you need a broker, as Linda has just highlighted, and they are out there that obviously can offer you both platforms. That's really important. You can have independent, which means obviously you're going to need two brokers, but you need to do some research and make sure that you've got somebody that's going to work with you and give you what you need. Sharon, just before I let you go on to the next slide, just something I wanted to mention. It's purely fresh to my mind. I had a call from somebody last night looking at IML briefly, and they'd had an email from me. And I just wanted to mention this because you need to understand what is sometimes in people's minds. And the email or message I got back saying, oh, I've just seen exactly the same thing. And I could have let it go at that, but of course I didn't. And I just said, okay, could you send me the information on what it is that you've been sent? And what he'd been sent was a piece of software, exactly what the top line reads, a piece of robotic software that claims to predict what the market is going to be doing. So just bear that in mind, because that can sometimes be in people's heads, and they'll say, oh yeah, I've seen it. Don't take that for granted. There is nothing like iMarkets Live out in the marketplace. This is a unique business, having traders, expert traders in your corner, showing you the moves that they're executing and sending a signal, and then you simply decide to mirror it. There is nothing equivalent to this business in the marketplace.
Lee, you just brought up such an incredible statement. I mean, if somebody's doing it for you and you're not learning. For me, I'm nearing 60 years old, and for me to get a new profession or to go for a job interview, it's almost embarrassing because who's interviewing me is younger than my own children. So this IML, for me, I have selected first to build my team, but I have all intentions of making this the profession. So not having a robot, having somebody in the room explaining what they're doing and why they're doing it is very, very important for me because I want to learn this trade.
What is for me, my background's not trading, as you know, Linda, and for me to be able to absorb that information. And I met these traders, both Joe and Louis, in Vegas, two outstanding individuals who really do and did manage to relay the fact that you cannot learn this in 5 minutes. What's taken them years and years to perfect. And they share the way that they look at the markets and so on. And to have those guys in your corner, well, it's priceless, absolutely priceless. And when we come on to the numbers in a moment, you'll start to understand what a phenomenal valued business this is. Sorry, Sharon, we've spoken all over you.
No,
Please carry on.
no, I agree with you because I've had the same. People asking me, oh yeah, I've actually been involved in Forex and I lost a lot of money. And when you do explain this to them, they go, oh, right, okay. So, looking at why IML signal, and this is why that you can go back to the people that you're speaking to and say, you accept the signal. It takes less than 2 minutes a day of your time. You have no learning curve. And the expert traders trade with their own money at the same time. So you've got to remember something. While you're accepting the signal, they're actually trading with millions of dollars themselves. So they're actually trading with their own money. So they're going to be very cautious and check out the markets correctly because they want to do it correctly. Do you agree, guys?
Oh, completely. I think that's one of the things that came across from them, Sharon, was that, we need to understand that this isn't, they're not employed to just send a signal out and predict something. They're
No,
trading live with hundreds of thousands of dollars. Theirs, their clients. The responsibility
absolutely.
that they have is not just to us, it's to their clients. And
That's
that's why
right.
they're going to get, more right than wrong. And they're not perfect. They're predicting what the markets are doing. Markets can be volatile. They will not get 100% right. But if they get 70, 80, whatever it is, as long as they're getting more right than wrong, then that's where we want to be.
Absolutely. And I think Linda mentioned that we get the Ninja platform and also the trading account that you'll open. They will, depending on which one it is, you will receive either 50,000 or 100,000 risk-free practice accounts. So I think that's really good because until you get everything set up right, you've got access to be able to use a demo account. So there's no way of you getting anything wrong to make sure you've got the signal set up right. You can actually use your monopoly money, as we call it. So only, and this is only when you're ready to trade with your own money that you do so. So this is fantastic. And then there are 2 levels of stop losses in place. I mean, that's obviously just to make sure that the signal, you receive the signal as you should, to make sure that it starts when you should and stops when it should. So that's
I had a
fantastic.
conversation with somebody in Vegas, Sharon, where they were just saying to me, "Well, you know,
Yeah,
how do we know that the signals are good?" And you just have to sometimes clear the way for them and simply say, "Well, look, you don't need to make a decision to start using your own capital within a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You do the test period. You decide that maybe how long do you want to see and prove to yourself that the signals that you're getting both now in futures and forex are as good as we say that they are." And of course,
We're suggesting 4 weeks.
there you go.
1 month,
yes,
1 month of using. Even if you are a trader, I mean, our system is a little bit different. Remember, our signal was custom made, and we have full-time programmers on staff. That's why the signal is so good. They're there all the time, checking and working behind the scenes for your signal. So we're suggesting 4 weeks. Plus, we have live support in the live room, so that we want everyone to become accustomed and comfortable with the system before they put the real money up.
absolutely. My advice to everybody, Linda, that I'm actually introducing to the business is to say at least a month, at least 1 month.
I
Live
agree.
trading educational room, and this is, to me, this is what makes it unique, Lee and Linda. Live trading education room. So imagine you are learning while you're earning. So inside the live trading room, where you can attend, and they are trading 24 hours. I think it's around 20 hours a day at the moment, Linda. Is that correct?
Yes, it
Linda?
is. We
Yes?
open up with, yes, it is. We open up with the New
Yep.
York market. We're going to go straight into, we're not going to look at the Tokyo market for now because the action is really in the UK market. So we're going to go full blast in the New York market and also in the London market.
Right, fantastic. So the IML's expert traders trading team, as Lee mentioned, we actually met them this weekend, and they are fantastic individuals, are made up of highly qualified professional traders. Currently covers the forex and the futures markets up to 24 hours per day, 5 days a week. And what I like about this, I mean, IML are really stepping up the game. Soon the service will include specialty trading rooms to accommodate members of all skill levels, from novice to expert. So you imagine if you've been in the room for maybe 2-3 months and you feel that you don't want to go over the same thing all the time, you can actually step up into another room, and this will be great, especially for current traders that are joining the business, Linda and Lee. I think that's going to be a great selling point for everybody.
I think the great thing about that, Sharon, is that you're going to feel comfortable. You know, it can be intimidating getting into a room where you haven't got a clue what you're talking about. You're frightened to ask the question. As Joe and Louis, the traders, 2 of the traders, said this weekend, there is no such thing as a stupid question. So please don't worry about asking it. But you're then going to have different rooms as you progress and you start to understand more, that you are then going to feel comfortable to move into. It really is a fantastic step by step process to take you through to really, to getting to a point where you become a trader yourself. So it just depends what you want to get out of it, but it's all there for you.
Absolutely. And as we mentioned, you feel that you're actually sat behind them, sat to the side of them, and you're learning from them, because you are linked to the live trading rooms where you're able to look over the shoulders of the expert, and it's lifetime trading, and you get to ask the questions, you get the answers lifetime. So what more better can be than that? Um, I think this is quite important, actually, Lee and Linda, for people to understand this. And this is where IML come in for me. This is where it changes the game. A lot of people do say it's too much work to change careers, especially when you're getting older. Where would you ever begin? Well, for this IML, that you begin in your home, where you have the time and you work at your own pace, and I love that saying, you earn while you learn. And this is where IML comes in and gives you that facility to be able to do so. Are you too old to change careers? Do you need to stay at home? you know, stay where you are. I mean, no, absolutely not. I mean, forex trading is for everyone, and futures. You can do it from anywhere in the world, and we love the saying, Linda, trading on a beach, don't we? And then you know, if you don't have enough skills to consider a new career, well, you don't need any. You know, we all learn at a different pace, and here you can determine your own pace, and you really can. You can actually take it in your own stride and learn in your own stride. This is fantastic. And then in this economy, people think maybe they're looking to have a job and they don't want to rock the boat. Well, this is great again, because while you're at your job, that is simple. We've just talked about the signal service. You set up a signal service, it takes 2 minutes a day. If you opt in for the VPS account, which I highly recommend, then you have the time to review all the archived daily videos that Christopher Terry does himself. So you can actually choose to watch these in your own time and actually be able to take part in learning or earning while you're learning. And this is very, very important for me. So in other words, this service suits everybody, absolutely everybody.
I mean, one thing that stands out from that, Sharon, is that, you know, people obviously have currently not everybody's retired or sitting at home or in a position to financially, kick the job into touch, which
Absolutely.
is where we would like to be. But just think about what Sharon's just mentioned to you there. I mean, you can set this up on a VPS, and we'll do it, as I said earlier on, we'll do a separate training on that. But that's a virtual private server where this signal is coming through to you consistently. You decide that once you've tested, as Linda indicated earlier on, the signals coming through, and you've run with your demo or practice account, both in Forex and futures, you move across to your own capital, your own money. And whilst you're out going about your daily job earning your money, you get back of an evening and you look at your day by day, week by week results. And you're doing exactly the same, but on autopilot. That's how
Yes,
strong this business is. It suits everybody.
it
Lee,
certainly does.
Linda.
guys, I'm really excited to let you know that the VPS Christopher has negotiated a big discount for the first month so that everybody could test it out. It's normally about $23 a month, and now you'll be paying under $6 for the first month. And it handles both Forex and futures, so that's a great thing.
Can we make that
Well,
link available to people as and when that is available, Linda?
I will get it as we're on the phone now.
Great, thank you.
fantastic. That is great because, we've spoken about this, Lee. Myself and Keith set up a VPS on the second day because you know, we chose to have that because you don't have to go in every day and set up your signal. So it's there forever. It's fantastic.
For those people that are not particularly technically minded on the call, a VPS is basically a private server somewhere in the cloud. And therefore, if your laptop dies or anything like that, or you get a power spike, etc., it doesn't affect the signals coming through. It's the connection, the signal is always live. And you can determine the bandwidth of that private server. It's very simple to set up, and the company that you choose, and the company I happen to know that Christopher has negotiated with on our behalf, it is very, very easy to set up. And anybody has any difficulties with that, there'll be training in your back office showing you exactly how that can be done.
Yeah.
Also, Lee, he went to the point that he had them set it up custom to the needs that we have. So when you sign on, you don't have a lot of things to do anymore. It's all done for you. They did the template according to what Christopher wanted.
So the cost to get an education online, cost difference, traditional and distance learning. Most 3 credit hour courses online run from $700 to $900, a charge that's roughly comparable to the fees at most mid-range traditional schools. That means that a full online degree, including textbooks and other supplies needed, will probably require an investment of around $7,500 per semester, or about $30,000 in total. I mean, really, when you look at this, you think, wow. Certificate programs, even at a fairly high professional level, can cost less because they involve fewer courses. For example, a certificate in supervisory skills at Cornell e-learning, a top school, currently costs around $5,000. It requires 11 courses. So this is really for people to look at and say, if you chose to go and learn another trade, and this is what it will cost you. So you can see for yourself, these are the charges that is given online.
And I think you'll find, although this is very American based, it relates to anywhere in Europe. For those of you in Europe on the call, you do the conversions, to pay to go to uni. Look at the scenarios of people. I know we had a conversation with somebody last week who said they paid a ridiculous amount of money for nearly 2 years to take a course. And if only IML had been available 2 years ago, they wouldn't have done it. It was to do with finance, etc., etc. And what they would have done is come straight into this business, got to grips with the education and training platform, and saved themselves, that debt and a heap of money and time, most importantly, and would have been in the position to earn while they were doing it. And that's the big difference here.
It is, and we've mentioned the same again. You are earning while you're learning with IML. So our competition, well, for us, we know, Lee and Linda, there is none. Absolutely not. Advanced trading workshops, price average around $9,000. We know that these seminars take place, and I know that people have been to them. I've had conversations with many that have been to the workshops, and they have cost actually more than $9,000. So Blue Water Trading price is $5,000 and around around $200 a month for this system. And e-mini exchange alerts. I've had a conversation with somebody about this, which was quite distressing to listen to it, to be truthful, because exactly what it says, mini alerts. You have to attend your computer all the time. You have to wait for that email, and so you have to access a computer to be able to get on and be able to execute your trade. So again, they found this very, very stressful. And again, the cost of this is $1,400. But
Sharon, Sharon, I got a surprise.
Oh, go on. She's off again. She's always got surprises for us, Lee.
But we're going to wait till the end. So I just want everybody on the call to remember Advanced Trading Workshops, price $8,999.95. Remember that.
Let's park that to one side. She does that to us all the time.
Yeah,
I was in Vegas,
surprising.
in Vegas for 5 days, and it was just, Lee, I've got a surprise for you.
Yes.
So that's great. I mean, just keep that, and that's IML for you. It just keeps getting better and better. One thing I wanted to say, Sharon, about this is that most of what is out there, and I stress most of what is out there, with the exception of E-mini at the end there, that you can spend a lot of money, a significant amount of money. Look at the figures there on Advanced Training Workshops for $9,000. The problem is, once you've left after your 2 days or 3 days, you're on your own. And let me tell you, having spoken to the traders at Vegas, there is no way in the world you can understand Forex or futures in 3 days. It cannot be done. It's taken some of these guys 20 years to learn what they've learned, to be able to predict the markets in the way that they do, and they all do it differently, and then be confident to send a signal through to us. So there is nothing out there like IML.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally. Okay, breakdown of our product costs. IML Trade Signal Service, $350 monthly. IML Forex Trade Signal Service, up to 3 to 4 weekly Forex. So $450 monthly charges. Futures, this is what it could be, or it should be. Futures Trade Signal Service, up to 3 to 4 trades daily futures. And IML Live Trading Education Service. Estimated value, purchased separately, this is, by the way, separately, of $397 per month. And then educational...
I'm going to jump in, Sharon.
Yes,
I'm going to jump in for a second. If you were to do Forex alone, it's $350 monthly if you had a signal and no live room. Christopher's 14-year-old product, which was futures, he was charging $399 a month. And we looked up now, and the value now is about $450. So if you combine these two, it's $800 to get the signals. And once again, in IML, you've got both signals for the $247. You're going to have two separate signals for Forex and one for futures. The live trading education service is going to be much more in depth now because of the futures. And again, if you would just do an education alone, it's $397. Right now, Christopher's off the grid because he's doing an incredible amount of videos. The video library in the back will be always increasing and being restocked. The ebooks are coming in. They should have been here during Vegas, but it was too much to do, so they're bringing them in right now. And then the training webinars, I am very excited to announce. One of my other little surprises, you will have scheduled straight learning webinars with Christopher, with Joe B, and with Lou. They're putting up their schedule now. Those learning webinars will be straight with them for an hour on different topics, going from Forex to futures, besides the learning in the learning room.
Is there anything else that they can bring out, Linda? Because this is just
we got some stuff.
phenomenal. You know, I mean, this is what we're trying to say. You know, this is what we're paying 247 for futures, Linda, and for the signal service and for the Forex. And there's no extra charge for this. It's just unbelievable. So estimated value, Linda, if you were going to purchase all this separately, would be around $2,000.
Just for the e-vault and the training, if you were to purchase everything separately on a monthly basis, you'd spend about $1,491.
Wow, it's unbelievable, and we're paying 247.
That's correct.
Wow.
Sharon, we can go shopping with the rest of the money.
Oh, sounds good to me, Linda.
On that note, I'm moving on very quickly.
Yes, I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
So, Ultimate Traders Package, you know, it's a one-time purchase of $1,400. So we've just spoken in the previous slide of exactly what it should be costing on a monthly basis. And yet, for the full purchase of the executive suite, it's $1,400. So in this, you get a trade signal service of Forex and the futures, live trading education service, Forex and futures, the video library. Linda just mentioned that Chris is currently updating at the moment. 1 month of executive suite and monthly commitment as well. So you get your first month included in the $1,400. And the library vault of ebooks and training webinars. Now, these training webinars, Linda again mentioned the traders coming on, webinars, actually training us, Linda, for an hour each time. This is, to me, is phenomenal. It really is. Lee, what do you think of that?
This schedule will be put out in the next 24 hours to 48 hours. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. What you're going to find for everybody that is either looking at the business or is in the business is that this is going to continue to evolve, and it's going to get better and better and better. There'll be more value added to it as time goes on. And you know, this is just really the tip of the iceberg at the moment. We know some of the things that are coming further down the line, and the idea is to ease everybody into the trading side nice and gently at a nice pace, so everybody's getting comfortable with it, and then you'll see things that are quite extraordinary that will be brought into IML. But yeah, you know, when you look
Lee,
at the value,
what about the Spanish? Lee, we're going to have Spanish, right?
Yes.
We are, yeah. I mean, there's going to be all sorts of things that we're looking at the moment. I mean, I was going to hold back from some of them, but we're looking at iMarkets Live TV. We're looking at a Hispanic channel dedicated for the Hispanic market. And that is a huge market, especially where I am in the US. Frank, who I had the pleasure of meeting, who's recently been appointed to the Board of Advisors, will be running weekly webinars in Spanish. So, you know, that market is very important to me here in California, and Frank's kindly to offered to assist me with putting on some road shows for that community here in California. So everything is being ticked, all the boxes that we need to. We're looking at ladies living on their own at home from a point of view of being able to cater specifically to that market. It's just going to keep rolling, and you'll see these announcements flowing out as in the forthcoming days and weeks.
But you know what it says to me, Lee and Linda, from here, is that you've got people who are trading currently traders out there that are struggling to learn, are taking months and maybe two. I spoke to somebody the other day and they've been trying to learn this for 3 years. You know, they're very interested in the business, and this is the market that is going to open up to current traders. To be able to get this facility is phenomenal.
Can I just make a note? The bottom line on this screen is really important for those of you that are in the business, and for maybe people that are watching here for the first time, because there is a 7-day money back guarantee. Now, you need to understand that. So, you know, I refer to it as zero risk. And when I mean zero risk, you can come in, you can try this business. And let me tell you, there are no qualms about that or complications or, well, okay, maybe they say that, but they don't really mean it. I sat and heard Isis Stilatore, who runs the finances and the co-founder of this business, say quite clearly in Vegas that if somebody comes in 7 days and finds it's not for them, their money is given back to them, no questions asked. I promise you, you won't want your money back, but you need to understand that you can come and take a look at this business and make sure that it's right, make sure it's every bit as good as we're telling you that it is, with that 7-day money back guarantee in your pocket, so that if for any reason, you know, somebody has exaggerated something and it isn't quite for you for whatever reason, then you know that you can have your money back. And it's really important that both the people in the business can emphasize that if they wish to, and certainly you here looking at it for the first time understand that that's a commitment from us. Right, UK, there's some changes. So please listen up. If you're in the UK, this is really, really important for you to understand. As of with immediate effect, and this is purely, please do not think this is an issue with IML. This is UK compliance. We have some wonderful, wonderful rules and regulations in the UK, and this is unfortunately one of them. But when you enter the program and you're based in the UK, you initially can only purchase the Ultimate Traders Package. That is, you purchase the retail side of the business, the trading platform, at $1,400. There is a 14-day money back guarantee. Let me emphasize that. I've just said 7 days for the rest of the world. In the UK, there is a 14-day money back guarantee. Use that to your advantage. Somebody has 14 days to look at the business in the UK. So just think about that. Once the 14 days have expired, it's referred to as a cooling off period or a contractual period. It is law in the UK. You then have the option to sign as an associate. Now, my advice is that it shouldn't be an option. Of course it is, but everybody should be looking to join at $14.97. That gives you access to both the trading element of the business and the people sharing networking side. And we're coming on to that at the moment because there's a whole lot that's been added to that as well. So $1,400 goes to the Ultimate Traders Package, the trading platform. And then after 14 days, on the 15th day, you must diary note yourself as a sponsor to contact the new member 15 days from the day they join. It's your responsibility to do that. Don't leave it to them. Make sure you give them a call and say, today's the day. We're going to sign you as the associate, and then bring your other people in with you that they've been working on for those 14 days.
So, and Lee, I'd just like to mention for everybody that there is 30 days maximum for everybody to be able to upgrade as an associate.
Sharon,
is that wrong?
That's another surprise. Yeah, we took it off. There's no time limit. Anybody
can
upgrade
goodness.
anytime they want. We took it off.
Thank goodness. Oh, I'm so pleased
you can
about
upgrade
that.
anytime you want, but obviously the sooner the better, the higher in the matrix you'll be.
Well, of course, and that makes a
when
big
you start
difference.
to look at the compensation plan we're coming on to right now and the changes that have been made, nobody would not want to be. And I've spoken to a couple of traders this morning who are coming into IML and explaining why they would want to be an associate, enjoying the benefits that come from that, both financially and with the marketing systems and so on. So hopefully that's clear. Don't be alarmed, because once it starts rolling, it's just a 2-week, 14-day stacking process. So you just get through the first 2 weeks. So, and if that started today with new people joining today, and you do it tomorrow, you'll find 14 days down the line, you're in no different place at all. So that is unique to the UK. Please understand that. That is not for anywhere else in Europe. Unfortunately, we have some legislation in the UK that simply means that this has to take place. And I'm delighted to see, because I know a couple of other companies that I have worked within, that do not have that requirement in at the moment. And in my opinion, that is wholly wrong. You can start to see IML wish to be compliant wherever they are trading around the world, and that's why this has been brought in.
Yeah, we'll get used to it. It's no problem.
Okay, so let's start kicking into the networking side. Conscious of time, so we're going to rattle through, but in a comprehensible way. Numbers don't lie. If you look at the industries that are out there, vitamins and fruit juices and beauty, and you add all three of those industries in the MLM world together, and look at the volumes of sales, their yearly sales together do not add up to one day of Forex trading. So which industry would you prefer to be in? Now, as we've said, to become an independent associate now, this is nothing to do with the retail and the trading platform. It's a $97 non-commissionable annual renewable fee. Okay, so $97 a year. And what do you get? Well, first of all, let's run through these. When you become an independent associate, you'll receive a welcome package. And you'll receive a welcome package, and that in the UK will be after the 14 days, obviously, because somebody doesn't become an associate till day 15. So do bear that in mind. Don't tell them they'll have their welcome pack in the first week. They're not an associate until day 15, and then it's got to be posted to them. That welcome package is fantastic. I've got one. It really is superb. The value to it is probably $125. You've got a messenger bag, you've got a baseball cap, there's an embossed leather notepad, which is great. There's a welcome DVD from the company and a logoed folder. That is part and parcel of your $97. You also get your own fully replicated website. There is a new face to the website. The website's going to continue changing. For any of you logged on in the last couple of days, which I hope is most of you, you'll see that the homepage has changed. Very contemporary, refreshing. It's going to get better and better. But the first site was only done really to take us through to the launch. And this is one of the other things that I have to love about this company. When they say they're going to do it and do it at a certain date, it's done. The site was due to go live at midnight on the global launch of the last day that we had in Vegas, and bang on time, the site was up. The value of that, your own version of that, you get your replicating address that you can give out to people, has a value, what is it, for your own website, $240? I think it's worth more than that. Now, the marketing suite. This is new to a lot of you, so please listen carefully. There are now going to be, and we're going to take a look at them in detail, they're going to be, or is going to be, a complete marketing system to help you grow your business. Very, very easy. Don't worry about having to learn a phenomenal amount. It's simply going into your back office, clicking on a button, putting in some detail and activating it. And the rest will take care of itself. Now, what is included? Well, you've got lead capture page. Now, there isn't at the moment, but there will be 10 pre-built, optimized squeeze pages, and we'll take a look at some of those in a moment. Designed by top-notch graphic designers. And there will be a whole host you'll find of emails, which will be automatically sent, and those have been written by expert copywriters. So you can choose the appropriate, or will be able to choose the appropriate squeeze pages to target your specific market. What do I mean by that? Well, for example, if you want to target ladies at home, and you can get data and you can start to market in certain places, place adverts for iMarkets Live in target areas. So maybe it's ladies at home, maybe it is traders, maybe it's people who are looking for an online business opportunity. There will be squeeze pages available that will be targeting specifically those individuals or prospects. There will be video introduction of iMarkets Live and a video explanation of all their products. There are professionally designed banners, graphical banners to place on websites around the world for you to use for your own marketing efforts, and printable collateral. So from business cards right the way through to handout cards, etc., it's all available. And there is now going to be a new store that we'll give to you the links of, that you can go in and start to order any of those materials. And my suggestion is that you get together as a group, especially if you're in another country other than the US, and work out who wants business cards. They are fantastic. The quality of what Ryan has put together is outstanding. Phenomenally well priced. They're at wholesale prices and not retail. And you've got everything that you need to start promoting this business. And again, it's all ready. It's there. You just now go in, click in the store, and order it. The IML qualifier system. Well, this is phenomenally clever. My background is these sort of systems, but it's going to enable you that when people actually click on your squeeze page, put their name and email address in, it'll give you some information. It'll ask them what interests them in IML, what's going to change their life for them, what are they trying to get out of. So when that inquiry comes through to you in the form of an email, you've got a lot of information about that client as to what they want to change in their life, so that you're only focusing on obviously people that are highly interested in the business. Now, the autoresponder, as I've said, rather than you having to send out umpteen emails, there are going to be a series of emails sent out on your behalf. Specifically, the minute somebody puts their name and email into the system, and we'll see that in a second, that triggers the emails to be sent. And there can be multiple campaigns running simultaneously. Now, as I said, they're professionally written. They're easily to sift through to sort out your good prospects from the tire kickers, as we say, and you can handle hundreds of those prospects at the same time. So let's take a look at some of the pages.
Lee,
Linda.
there's something happening now where right now when you go onto this page and it's a sample splash page and it's got a video, Tag is actually designing a money quiz, which would wake us all up. If you were to take a quiz now on your finances and you're going to fail, it's going to say failed across it, and then it's going to really wake up that person after they take this money quiz that they're really not situated properly to retire. So there is going to be a lot of splitting of campaigns and working of campaigns. I just want to tell everybody on this call, I did a test run with Tag just before Las Vegas, and he gave me 35 opt-in names, of which I called 5, and all 5 were interested in talking to me. Not one of them hung up. Everybody wanted to hear more. They wanted to know the webinar. They wanted to know what's going on. Sharon, you okay?
Sounds like Sharon's just fallen off of her chair.
I'm really listening to this because
so
fantastic.
Having other types of campaigns going on, and it is a total of 16 emails. 8 are for the general and 8 are for traders only, and they're putting on an additional round now. And also I'm going to let you know that the next round of this, which is going to keep getting better every single day, is SMS. It's going to be added on very soon.
Wow.
SMS is the text service, so you're going to be having text sent out to people that have put their details in. So you're then going to be able to follow that through via text messaging as well as emails.
And we're also going to have our own app.
Oh.
She keeps coming. Just honestly,
she keeps
it's
coming.
It's like Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
More and more.
It's all the time, Lee.
I know, but that that's what it needs to be. It needs to be a company that's not happy with where we're at. It's got to continue to improve. I think it's outstanding. Here's a second splash page.
Lee, you did something in Vegas that really rocked my world for me, in the sense that you asked Christopher in front of the board of advisors how deep is he ready to take compliance? Is he willing to really take it to the end so that nobody could knock our name or do anything that we're not, that we don't want? And his answer to you made me feel even better that I was at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that's very, very important to me. I know what the internet can be. It can be a phenomenal place to market your business, but it can also be a very harsh and unfair world in people who can write what they want to write about a company with no consequence. I don't believe that should happen. People are entitled to an opinion, of course they are. But what I don't want to see under any circumstances, and I've seen it in other companies, is derogatory and defamatory remarks that can undermine a business. And let me reassure everybody on the call that Christopher is way ahead of the game. They thought this through long and hard before IML came to town, and they have the very best lawyers ready to take whatever action is necessary to protect this business. And that's something that a lot of companies have failed to do and then regretted it massively further down the line. And I was delighted to hear that people will be accountable to what they write.
He's one step ahead. I agree
Yeah,
with you
which is great.
there.
So you can see splash pages here. This is targeted very much at the ladies' market. It's there's a real science to this. You need to understand, and I love it. I love these sort of strategies. But what we don't have is all the answers. We continue to test and test daily. Do we get more opt-ins from this page as opposed to maybe if we put a pair of glasses on that lady sitting in front of her computer? It's amazing. Just a pair of glasses can make a difference to the opt-in rate. There are little strategies like that, and you have to test and then ditch the one that wasn't working as well. So you just continually improve and improve and improve. And the main result that you are looking for out there is to ensure that you've got lots of people that will be coming to ask more questions. It's all about tell me more. So when they put their name and email address in, it goes through to a welcome page with a lovely video presentation explaining about the business. So contemporary, it's fantastic. And then from there, they say, look, please tell me more. They have to put in a little bit of detail about themselves and what they want to change in their life, what's important to them, and that email comes through to you. So you've got a whole load of information before you pick up the telephone and speak to that person. And as Linda's just said, when they're expecting your call, they're telling you their information, what is wrong in their life at the moment. It's not a cold call. This is somebody that's asking you to contact them, please. So when you get that, please make sure you do it. What an incredible waste it would be for somebody who wants to join the business and you actually don't get hold of them. And there's no excuse with time zones now. You can use Skype. It's a free call. And if you're not sure how to do that, just speak to your inviter or sponsor. And if for whatever reason they're not available, go to the next person above them. So we've kind of covered most of this, but things to, I think, emphasize with here is there's live personal staff assisting with the growth of your team. What you're going to find is that on day one, within 24 hours of somebody becoming an associate, they'll receive a call from corporate, from somebody just asking and welcoming them to the business and making sure that they're okay and they haven't got any immediate questions. There'll be another 2 calls following that to ensure that they've got into their back office and they understand where everything is and that they've been able to set up their signaling service. And if not, they'll help them with doing that. That's the sort of support we need. And that is already in place. Live training webinars, and marketing materials we've already covered. And as it says at the top, the value for that is priceless. It really is. So let's talk about the money. Conscious that we're an hour in, so I'm going to get through this, but this is really important. So stay with us, guys, because we've got some really important things to announce right at the end of this call. So I don't want you to miss that, and we'll get through this as quickly as we can for you, but it's really important that you do understand this. So what are the changes that happened at Vegas? Okay, well, one of the changes now, it's 7%, 8 levels deep. So if you can imagine yourself at the top here in the matrix, and you obviously have people that appear underneath you, either from your own efforts, your team around you and above you. And as people appear, quite simply, you're entitled to be paid 7% down to 8 levels, and on the levels that you're qualified to be paid from, and we'll look at those in a moment. That's 7% of the monthly subscription. So if you do the maths, $247 of the monthly subscription, you will receive 7% of everybody that is below you in your matrix, providing you're qualified to receive that from them on those levels, and we'll touch on that now. And it's 8 levels deep with a 1% bonus on level 9. Now, if that doesn't mean a lot to you, just bear with us. We'll get to that and be able to clarify. Now, one thing I want you to take note of, which was announced and launched in Vegas, is the rankings now are really important. What do I mean? Well, refer 2 people to the Ultimate Traders package, and your title is Manager. That unlocks levels 1 to 4. So we just looked at this slide before, where we said that you get paid 7%. You would now receive, by referring just 2 people and who go on and purchase the membership, the executive trading package, you'll receive 7% down 4 levels from everybody that is below you on those 4 levels. And if you refer 6, you then are ranked as a team director. These are going to be really important. And levels 1 to 6 are now unlocked. 2 further levels. Refer 9 and you're a regional director with an extra level unlocked. And if you want to work out the numbers on the levels, I'll leave you to do the maths, but it works in multiples or factors of 3. You can see it in front of you with the people here: 1, 3, 9, 27, 81, and so on. So those are the numbers that you can do the maths on and calculate what your residual income could be once the matrix becomes filled. Refer 12 and you're a national director. So just think about the stepping stones from referring 2 to then getting 4 more and 6. Add 3 and you're at 9, 3 more at 12. And that gives you an extra level. As a national director, you've now unlocked level 8 for your residual monthly income. Refer 15 and you're an international director and you get level 9 as a bonus. And if you do the maths on level 9, 1%, it is a staggering amount of money once those people appear in the matrix that you get as a bonus. So here it is on a grid. Left hand side, the levels. Middle is the positions and the bonus down the right. And you can start to see there are the numbers for you. If you want to do the maths, 3 and so on down the line, you can see the number of people that could be placed in that matrix by you. And as it says on the right, it's a 3 by 8 matrix, left to right, top to bottom. Your matrix fills from the combined efforts of you, your inviters, your team, and the company. And we'll come on to that right at the end, so don't go away. That bit is really important. Please note, corporate marketing campaigns will produce new personal sponsorships for active associates. So the retail customer matrix, what's the difference? What separates the retail side from the matrix? Well, we have already covered, and if you've joined us, then I'm sorry you may have missed some of it, but let me just quickly recap. You can join as a retail customer, $1,400 to use the executive trading platform. You would not appear in the matrix at all. It would count to you, the sponsor of that individual, within your volume for the month, but they will not appear in the matrix. If you then upgraded and became an associate, of course, for $97, i.e. a total of $1,497, you're in the matrix and you get all the benefits that go with that. So do be clear that there are 2 options. And my advice, and it's only my advice, is that it's much better to have somebody come into the business and do both, because you're missing a huge opportunity. Even if you just tell 2 other people about this business over some period of time, for the difference of $97, it just doesn't make sense not to, in my opinion. So you're going to have to open your ears up here, Sharon. We love this, don't we? This is the new retail bonus as launched in Las Vegas. So please just try and understand this, and please ask any questions at the end if you don't. So the numbers at the top, how do we break that down? Well, the $1,400 membership, forget the $97 associate fee. The $1,400 membership includes the $247 first month subscription. So we take that out, and that leaves us with $1,153. Now, you will receive, let's say your name is John and you refer Peter to the business, who becomes and decides he wishes to join and purchase the membership package and the trading bundle. You will receive 30% of that $1,153. That's $345.90. But then if Peter goes on and refers Mike himself, you'll still get a further 10%. And if Mike refers Simon, you're now going to get 5% of Simon's membership. And if Simon refers Tim, you'll get another 5%. So it runs on 4 levels. And now you can start to see the purpose in taking ownership and support and training your guys to do what you do, and to ensure that everybody is using this new marketing system. Because I can tell you one thing, if everybody did the same thing and everybody was using the marketing system, then this business would simply explode. Hundreds and thousands of people would join, and you can see that you're getting paid on 4 levels, and that's just the second bonus. We've covered the matrix and the 7%. We're now looking at the second way that you receive income from people sharing. So we'll take any questions on that right at the end. Sharon.
Yeah, I mean, looking at what you've just been talking about, Lee, it is just unbelievable. 1 to level 4. It just never ends really with IML for me. Well, $2 million promotion. I love this. This has been running since August the 1st. And for me, the first 400, it doesn't really matter whether you've just joined the business today. It doesn't matter if you joined it in August. For me, the first 400 people that refer 20 people will receive $5,000 on December the 1st. So Christopher Terry is giving again. He's looking after his first time associates for me, really pushing the boundaries and helping everybody achieve. Because $5,000 just for Christmas sounds a great amount, and not only that, you can use your 5,000 to put in your trading account, which would be fantastic. So perfect time for Christmas for me.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
Lee, I don't know about you.
it's a game
Yeah,
changer, Sharon. I mean, this
it is.
promotion was running ahead of Vegas, but what I can tell you has changed here. It's changed everything. Is that the marketing system that you will see, and we're going to talk about that right at the end, suddenly levels the playing field for everybody. Whether you've got a large network of people or a database of people, whether you've got a large family and friends you can talk to, or whether you're new to this completely, you've now got something that you can simply switch on and take action with. And if you don't know what
Yeah,
that means, we'll happily help you with that. But quite simply, you've got a funnel, a system to present this business to. And when you see it, you're just going to go into your back office, you're going to hit one button, turn it on, watch it, and you're suddenly going to say to yourself, if everybody that if I can get as many people to see that as I possibly can, and I love what I'm seeing here, why wouldn't they? And suddenly this challenge here, and it is a challenge, by November the 1st, you've got to get 20 people. What you need to do on Monday is switch your marketing system on and then decide how many people you'd like to see it. And we will help you with that. Either corporate, there's many ways of being able to help you with that. Talk to your sponsor, but there will be
Lee,
packages available for you. Linda.
Lee, today and yesterday we've done 1 to 2 3-hour trainings getting ready for Monday. We're calling it Momo Monday because everything's being turned on this Monday, and I will be here today, tomorrow, all the way to Sunday, conducting meetings and doing. We, did Gmail accounts, we did banners, we did so much with your team, Sharon, Lee's team, and other
yes, I
teams.
know.
And I will be here because I think the right thing to do is to be organized and ready to hit the ground running on Monday. So I will be here all weekend long conducting those meetings and those trainings.
Thank you,
Well,
Linda.
it is, yeah. I mean, Linda's putting herself there for our new members to be able to get into the training to be able to set them up for successfully.
Yeah, and I will say, and please don't take this the wrong way. It's down to you guys. Everybody's giving their time up through these next 4 or 5 days. We'll talk about Saturday in a moment, but the weekends are gone to make sure that you are ready for Monday. Monday is a huge day in this business, and as I say, with what you have on screen here, every single one of you that is on this call, and there's a lot of you here, can achieve this $5,000 bonus if you get things right from Monday. Now, some of you will achieve it irrespective. We've got some phenomenal results coming in from people that have already done it. What I'm saying is that it is a game changer. It's a level playing field. Every single one of you can hit that number when you see what is going to be shown to you on Monday. So please don't think, oh, well, that's just for the elite or people who understand it. That is for everybody.
Absolutely.
Chris,
Everybody.
Chris might have a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he'll be paying the 2 million
Thousands
now.
of people. I know. I mean, what a
Yes,
lovely
he
problem
will.
to have. Um,
Yes.
so let's move on.
Okay, so again, we're talking about the $2 million challenge, but now this to me Lee and Linda, has changed the playing field completely. He's actually put a rank bonus on. Now, you might be thinking, well, what does that mean? Every $50 from every sale that's made, it goes into a leader pool. And this bonus will be paid monthly. So this will be available till December the 31st. Now, October the 1st, it will start, and it's a rank bonus. So Lee mentioned earlier on, it's very important for you to look at opening up your matrix with 2 people for manager. For 6, team director, 9, regional, 12, national, 15, international. Now, look what's going to happen here. Managers are going to receive 50% of the bonus pool. Team director, if you are both, you'll receive both. Regional the same, 10, national 10, and international 20%. This might not look a lot for you now, but when I show you the next slide, I'll explain to you exactly how this works.
Sharon, this was designed that the manager get the most of it because of the fact that this particular bonus was designed for everyone to help pay their monthly. But more so than anything, when you're up in the regional director and above, you're going to receive money and you're making money. The bulk of the money was brought into the lower level or the lower rank so that the person who just started is going to receive a push and a help immediately.
It's to me, it's unbelievable. You know, let's say there are 1,000 sales, ultimate packages sold in the month of October, which I totally believe that it'll be very close to that, or if not more. And you follow the 20 to 80% rule. So 1,000 sales times $50 equals 50,000. So stay with me. 50% is 25,000 divided by 200. It's manager, you would receive $125. So if there was 200 managers created, $125. Now, we've heard about the monthlies being 247. Look at the immediate help that you're getting to pay your monthly immediately. Then we talked about the next level, team director, 10%. So again, there's no need for me to explain. You can all read that. So you would receive 125 for a manager. And then if you referred 6, you would become team director. You would receive another $67. So that's in total of around $192. That's if we sell around 1,000 in October. Again, 10% by 50 associates, regional director. I won't go into that really. You can all read it. Manager, you will then receive manager 125. You will receive team director 67. And you'll receive, I've just missed that, Lee. It's gone up for me.
That's right. So I've gone back.
It's all right. It's all right, darling. And regional director is 100. So imagine if you referred 9 people, you will receive, this is separate. Remember, this is separate. An extra $292. That is more. This is from the bonus pool itself. So the way I look at this, Lee and Linda, quote me if I'm wrong, every part of us in the company are all working together to build that bonus pool, aren't we?
Yeah, I think that what amazes me is, first of all, the focus that you saw. Let me just go back to the previous slide. The focus here, as Linda came on and said, has been to help the person starting, to make sure that if they can get their 2 people in, you're going to get, assuming that there's 1,000 people in and so on. And I think you're right, Sharon. I think it's going to be more than that. But, you know, the figures work out at 100.
But it was also, luckily, it's done in the 20-80 rule. Only 20% of the people achieve.
Correct.
So that's even important.
Yeah, I mean, that's assuming that only 20% get 2, as Linda's just said. So if 50% get 2, all these numbers change for the better. But you're looking at half your monthly commitment. So, you know, that's where the focus has been. And when you start to get through this, I mean, you get to a point where you're not just getting, if you're a manager, you only get manager. And if you're a team director, i.e. you've bought 6 in, you just get the team directors. They're paying you the previous one as well. So the idea is to try and help you focus on small steps. You get 2, then you get 6, then you get 9. But every step that you push yourself on to do, you're getting more and more from this leadership pool every month. And this is the 3rd form of payment. We've talked about the fast start bonus, where you're getting now paid on 4 levels, 30%, 10, 10, and 5. Sorry, 30%, 10, 5, 5. So in addition to that, you're getting paid 7% on the matrix. Everybody's beneath you. When you get up, as Sharon's going to go through this slide, I mean, look at where you're at when you become an international director, having referred 15.
Lee, that's you and me.
It is indeed.
So it's very exciting. But hang on a minute, there are many people
well done,
coming up to
Sharon.
that.
Am I chopped
Hang on,
liver
Linda.
here? I'm not chopped liver. I'm an
And you.
international director.
Oh,
Now you're in trouble.
Oh, I'm sorry, Linda. No, Linda's.
It's
I just
easy,
look
yeah.
at Linda. She seems like way up there for us, but she's in the field. Let me tell you, Linda Helen works harder than most people. That's why she's successful. There's a clue there, by the way, isn't there, Lee?
Go on.
There's a clue why she's so successful.
Oh,
how
yeah,
hard she works.
absolutely.
We know.
Yeah, it is.
So
I mean,
that tells you something.
Let's be honest. You've got to go out of your way to do this. But we've got some stories, and I don't want to dwell on things. But people are doing this old-fashioned way, picking up the telephone. Jeff Bishop's on the call here. I've seen him this evening.
Hi, Jeff.
Retired gentleman in the UK who did 6 people in 7 days by picking up the telephone and talking to them. We've got other people, John Smith, who has done 17 in 7 days because he's just gone out of his way to show people the business. So it can be what you want it to be. And as I said, you've now got the tools to do it. If you're not comfortable in talking to people, then use the marketing system to do it. There's nothing to stop you achieving international director status. It's only 15 people.
Yeah, I agree with you, Lee. Absolutely. So there we are. If you every level that you're reaching up to, you're going to receive a bonus. So it's well worth going out there. And, from Monday onwards, from now, you need to really move with this, I think.
Well, the great thing about this is you've got a reason to push yourself to the next level. It's not the fact that you're going to get some more people below you in your matrix. It's now the fact that you're going to get a slice of the pie from this leadership pool. And as Linda said, what if 50% of people come in and do it? These figures are going to get bigger and bigger. So these are just an estimate of what it could be, but these numbers could be way off. I mean, they could be. I mean, if $500 or $2,500 is not enough on top of everything else per month. So there we are.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. Look at this. Sail with us on a 5-night cruise, including the FA in February. So, Linda, hang on. We've just been away to Vegas. We've had the launch. Everybody who's in Vegas will vouch with me that, as you know, Lee, it was first class, wasn't it?
It was extraordinary. I mean, I've never been to. I've been to a lot of them. I've never been to an event that was like it. The food was just first class. Open
and a
bar,
free bar.
And it was just
every night.
Yeah,
it was phenomenal. And yet they're already thinking ahead. So this is in October, November, December. So this hasn't even started really yet for anybody that's coming in the business, looking at business now. Do you want to go on a cruise in February? That's what I'm going to ask people. Do you want to go? Because if you want to go, you can go.
It includes your guests. So they're going to fly you and a guest to the cruise and pay for your room. And the room is an outside cabin. It's actually a mini suite that's even bigger than normal. And it's going to Mexico.
Oh, for goodness sake.
It flies out of Florida.
Well, we are going to Mexico, Lee.
Well, I'm definitely going. I mean, I came back.
I'm definitely going.
My priority was number one of how am I going to do it? What have I got to do? And I've set a map out to do it. So anybody that obviously would like to find out, I'll happily share that with everybody on the way to build this and to qualify. Let's take a look at the slide, Sharon.
Yes. Let's see what we need to do. Okay. Wow. Okay. This is what you need to do.
Have you got the slide? Okay.
Yes, I have. Okay. Now, this to me is so achievable. I think, Linda and Lee, it ties in very well with the $5,000 bonus. You need 3 international directors, and that has to be 1 personally sponsored in your team. Now, remember, only 1 of them has to be your direct. If they're in your matrix up to level 8, they can actually sit there and they will be part of your qualification. 4 national directors in your team up to level 8, only 2 of these have to be personally sponsored by yourself. 6 regional directors, only 3 personally sponsored by yourself, and 10 team directors, 4 personally sponsored by yourself, and 15 managers. As we know, managers is referring to, only 10 of these need to be personally sponsored by yourself. Have you got anything else to say about that for the bone to qualify for this, Lee? What do you think of that, Linda?
Sharon, but I'm going to tell you how this was built. This was built that if you took Lee, what Lee does qualifies for you, Sharon, and what you do, Sharon, qualifies for me. It was built on a team effort.
Wow.
So therefore, Sharon, it's in your best interest now to go as far down as you can go and make sure you have 15 managers, so people way below you are getting help. It was built on the rank bonus also. It was built so that we're building up so that, if you go and you get to 20 and they're all your personals, you help them achieve the different levels, then you go to the rank bonus and they're making money on the rank bonus monthly, so they're going to achieve that. Now they're going to come here and they're going to push this. Lee, what you did yesterday, we actually took it and sent it over to the graphic artist to build it, so we can put it live on the site for you.
Good. Well,
that's
that will help everybody. I mean, it's just a focus of, don't be daunted by this in front of you. You take it in small bite-sized pieces. When you see what's available on Monday, as I said, you're going to be amazed. And once you turn that on and do something with it, the numbers will start coming in on top of the effort that you're making yourself personally. And as Sharon made this point really well in Vegas, in that what you do is focus on getting 20 people. Don't worry about who they are. And from those 20, some will start to step up and bring larger numbers in. You just don't know who's going to come into your team. And when they do, they'll naturally start to fill those positions for you. And let me tell you, I mean, I've got a very large downline, and I've already got my 3 international directors. That's from people just getting on and doing what I'm doing daily. So it isn't difficult. All you've got to do is take action, decide that you want to do it. And we will help you with the rest.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay.
I have a feeling that Linda might like to join us.
Oh, wow. What's this, Linda? What is this now? Beach. I
Here's
see
your
beach.
surprise, ladies and gentlemen. Trading on the beach. This last theme of the convention was to bury broke, and we certainly did. I thought it was going to be a funny night. It ended up being a very emotional night for everybody. I turned around and saw tears everywhere, and everybody felt very free after that. So, ladies and gentlemen, our next cruise, we're going to live the lifestyle that we all dreamed of. So the next event, the next conference is in March, and the theme is trading on the beach. You will have your webinar on the beach. You will have your conference on the beach. So everybody just start to get ready. There's going to be a lot of different things this time. There'll be a 2-day advance webinar where it's a straight heavy-duty Forex and futures and masters being flown in from all over the world. That's a separate training on Wednesday and Thursday, and then the event starts Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We will give you ways when we finally announce the location, ways for you to earn your ticket, meaning your ticket into the event, so that it doesn't come out of your pocket. It's going to be a major event, and we're expecting at least 1,000 people at this event. So we're looking right now for a hotel, and I found it, but I'm not going to let you know where it is yet. But it's on the beach, pina colada, suntan lotion, and blue waters.
Oh, do you know, I just thought of something.
Sharon, I think you need to stay packed, because you're going to come home from your cruise, and 2 weeks later you're back out to the cruise. Well, I'm not going to tell you where. You're back out.
That almost slipped out.
It always slipped out, yeah. Hang on, so we sorry, Linda, I have to say this. We're going away on a cruise. Well, we're all going to try and get that cruise, guys.
Sharon, I upped the rooms today on the cruise. That's how confident we are. I upped the amount of rooms that we booked on that cruise.
Well, I know, Linda, I know many of my team and Lee's team and other teams have told me I'm going on the cruise.
Yeah, absolutely. And
they've all said it. I'm going on it.
Yeah, but then it's going to be, if the cruise is on the 22nd, you come home on the 28th, I think it is,
Mm.
and then 2 weeks later you're back out.
Oh, wow.
The whole company's back out. We're
Oh,
going to live a lifestyle that we dreamed of. I mean, traveling is something that we all want to do, and it looks like instead of every 6 months, we're looking for every quarter to do something spectacular.
oh,
And it's what we talk about day in, day out. We all preach now this laptop lifestyle of being able to have
mm,
time and financial freedom and running this business from anywhere in the world. And Linda's taken that to heart with Christopher and just said, okay, what have we preached? Right, so let's take the laptops to the beach. Let's do it exactly that and show the world that that's what we're doing. I mean, that just says everything.
it
So
does.
yeah, outstanding. I can't believe it as 2 days, 3 days after. Well, some of us only got back yesterday from Vegas,
Oh,
and we're already talking about the next event. That's the pace that IML are moving at, and the effort that the likes of Linda are putting in. Thank you, Linda. I mean, that's outstanding.
yes.
And again,
Thank you
we
very
we
much.
know what we've got to focus on. Right. Let's first of all, I want to tell you about Monday first of all because we've got a lot of questions to pick up. But let's tell you what's going on Monday. First of all, the futures market is
Lee,
launched. Linda.
I just want to add one more thing because I think it's so important. I know it's not important to UK, but it is to us, the United States. With dignity and honor to get it back again. For all of us in the US that are having such a hard time with medical, Christopher made a commitment to all of us. By the first quarter, he will solve the problem that we will be able to have a group or a company medical. And there might, I'm not saying, there might be a bonus that's included in it, but at least we will be able to purchase at a group rate a good medical. And for me, that is part of a lifestyle that I need. I don't know about anybody else, but in today's place, not having medical or having medical and having pre-existing conditions is very, very crucial. And he will make it his business to help us deal with that situation in the US.
I sat with Christopher and had a chat with him for half an hour or so on one evening in Vegas, and his it just gives you some understanding, and I think it's important to convey this that Linda has I think I can freely say, Linda, because you announced it there, has lost a medical cover because of a pre-existing condition, and Christopher just said that's unacceptable. It's totally unacceptable, and it won't happen, and it won't continue, and I will find a way to put it right. And of course, that's opened out to now looking at some form of group opportunity. So there's a man that genuinely cares about people, and this is why he's here in the first place. Thank you, Linda, for that. Monday, let's talk to you about Monday, a huge day in IML. First of all, the futures market is being opened up. So for the first time, as we've said, you're going to be in a position, as well as Forex, to have two platforms, two signals, and start and commence trading on both markets, either with your practice account or not. So what you want to be doing is making sure that you clear your decks on Monday, Tuesday, no later than Tuesday. The important thing is you've got to know how to do this yourself, how to set things up. Get out of your comfort zone, watch the videos. It's very straightforward in the back office. Get your signals set up. Order your virtual private server, your VPS, so you're not going to miss any signals. And once you've done it once, you're then empowered to tell everybody else in your team below you how to do it.
I have selected to build my team at this time, and when I build it to a certain amount of money, then I will go over and I will
I read the
then
book. It was
learn how to
called New
trade
Market
because this profession
Wizards.
is very
It was
important.
given to me from somebody prior. What had happened was prior to that, I was having a tough time trading, so I took a trip, and somebody had given me a book. And he said, in this book, you're going to find some stories that are going to change your life. I don't remember his name, but I found somebody who took me on and mentored me, and 2 years later, we were business partners, and we built a significant global business. And our job, and I was actually looking at an interview that was done in 2006. It was on Optionetics. It was an interview I did. If you can go search it out, there was 3 interviews within on one story, 3 pages to this one interview. And at the time, it said basically our job, our passion is helping other people. So I want you guys all to know, it's what I do is not stage talk, and I'm not just inventing I want to help others because we started IML. I've been doing this long enough, way before IML was even dreamt about, back in the early 2000s. And when I had first gotten started building the retail side, my ex-partner and I, we got together, and our whole mission was to help other people. It was just to build a business and educate and help. But with the IML being born, wow, we're going global. We've gone global, and lives are changing, not only from trading, that education, but from the multi-level marketing and network marketing side. And to have these two industries, let me tell you something. If I was to start today with the opportunity that we have in front of us, and I didn't have much cash in my pocket, but we all have one thing. We have two legs, hopefully, two hands, a brain, eyes. We can get out, we can speak, all right? There is no reason you cannot sponsor 10 or 15 people. No reason whatsoever. If you're hungry enough, and you're tired of being low on funds, get up and get out there and just build your network marketing business side. Get your fast start going. Put some money into the markets. That's how you're going to do it. Don't worry about putting $100. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
Christopher, that comes back to something, ladies and gentlemen. He asked me when I first met him what my dream was, and my dream was to own a house near a beach. Finally, for Joe and I to live the lifestyle. He's never forgotten that. Every single day we talk, he says, "Well, your dream is that house. We're going to work hard to get you that
Florida."
So,
in
yes,
Florida,
he knows.
on the West
He
Coast.
remembers everything. He remembers.
I know how much.
Everything. He remembers everything.
There was a guy. There was a guy, Earl Shove. Sorry, Linda. There was a guy, Earl Shove, and he was Jim Rome's mentor. And everybody knows who Jim Rome is. If you haven't, then search him out. And Earl Shove did a talk in the Essex House in New York City in 1965, and he basically said you got to define down to the specifications of what you really want. And Linda has done that. I've listened to her tell me about this house, the floor, the walls, the detail, and she has it. She's going to be there in a very short period of time. Linda, can you talk to them about that?
That's visualizing my dreams. For me, this business is very much split into two, Christopher. There's the trading aspect, and then there's the networking aspect. I am an expert on the networking, and I've got to learn the trading. I keep them very separate in my mind because that education that you're offering me is just priceless. So to visualize my house and be inside of this house, I want to get that house after I made enough money on the networking so that I could sit in my den and learn my new profession. The education that you have offered all of us is priceless.
Yes, exactly. That's the model.
The education is priceless. I mean, you've given us a
education
chance at
life. Is outstanding. Yeah, we got some great educators. What we're about to do come Monday, because we're turning the signals on, we already started educating in the live trading room. It's all day today. It was amazing. I was in there. Lewis was in there. We were just rocking and rolling. And if you have a chance, come into that live trading room. Your life will change because you know that you can come in and start taking control of your life, even on the trading side of what you do with the money once you have it in your hand. It's exciting. It definitely is.
Guys, we've kept you here, and I thank you for holding on and staying with us. We've lost very few people on this call, and I think it's been inspirational. Christopher, thank you for taking the time to come and talk with everybody. I really do appreciate that, and I know everybody else out there does also, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
And what I'd like you to do now, guys, is just before you depart here, we are going to make this call available to you on a recording. It's going to go into the Skype rooms. It's going to go into the Facebook groups and so on. It's now down to you to take some action with it. If you are looking at the business, what I urge you to do is to get in touch with your inviter and as quickly as possible. Make sure you've got the information and any questions that you need answering, get those answered. If for some reason they're not available, please obviously contact somebody above or somebody else in order to get that information that you need. So please don't get stuck at that point. But for those of you already in the business, it's now down to you to use these tools that are going to be brought to you in the next few days to enable you to change your life for good. And please don't take that as an empty statement. The tools that you will see on Monday delivered to you will do exactly that, but only and only if you decide to do something with them. So if you need assistance with that, then please ask. That's all I can say. You have an opportunity now, once this webinar is put out, to give this webinar to as many people as you like. And I happen to say I think that it's been quite concise. We've gone through all the information, and I hope that you can use it to your advantage to help you build your business. Please remember that imlvegas.com starts on Saturday 9 a.m. PST. That's 12 noon Eastern Time. That's 5 p.m. UK, and that's 6 p.m. in Europe. Switch on. You'll love what you're going to see, and make sure that you get as many people to watch it with you at the same time and let us do the work for you. Thank you for staying tuned in. I've muted Sharon because she was busy typing and responding to people asking questions. Sharon, thank you very much.
Sorry, I was responding to the questions, Lee.
I know
just
you were.
thought it was
I know
only
you were.
fair for
No, that's great.
people to get some answers. Do you know what I mean?
That's great.
So that's no problem. Sorry, I do apologise. Yeah, fantastic. Do you know what? I want to see everybody on Saturday. So that'll be brilliant. You can feel that you've been to Vegas with us and you can see everything that's there. I know this has gone on quite long, but it is the first webinar since the launch, Lee. So I think it was quite important to speak to Linda, yourself, and cover all the new tools that we've got. I think that was really important.
I do indeed. Linda, thank you for your leadership and all the things that you interrupted me with as we went through the webinar. So I appreciate that.
Sorry.
And that's all right. I love the fact you do it.
We need it, Linda.
Great.
Thank you, sweetie.